Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. You can see in front of me I got Wonder Woman 1984. It's a SH Figuarts figure by Bandai. And I want to kind of show it off. I'm going to do a figure review on this. I don't normally do Bandai or Figuarts. I do have a couple that I picked up in an online auction. And I did have that Freddie Mercury, if you saw it. But I wanted to get this figure when I saw it, and I thought it would be pretty cool in my collection. Now, once again, I'm looking at it in this package, and I'm thinking to myself, is this going to be the proper scaling for my 6-inch figures? Because, man, this box is tiny. And just to show you, this is the Marvel Legends box. And you can see that the amount of packaging on these two boxes is just incredible, right? The size differences. Now, if you were to see both of these in stores, you would think like, oh man, that's a big figure. And if you were to see this in stores, you might think like, man, that's not that big of a figure. That's kind of probably pretty tiny. And if you look at them, you know, just in the boxes make that scale look really, really different. Anyways, I'm going to push this off to the side. I know it's Marvel and DC. But this is Wonder Woman 84. Friday is going to be the premiere, Christmas Eve or Christmas Day on HBO Max. I think our plans are to watch it on Christmas Day. I think that's pretty cool. We've been waiting a while for the premiere, but since movie theaters aren't really opening, so it's going to be awesome to be able to see this on my big screen at home instead of having to like march out to the movie theater. I will say that I do like watching movies in the theater much better, but I am happy to be able to watch something new. So anyways, let's open this up and take a closer look at the figure. Then we'll bring in like maybe a Black Series figure or a Marvel Legends or something like that just to scale it up. Okay, so I got this figure out of the package, and the first thing that I want to do is I'm going to pull these like layers apart just so we can see the differences. It does have like a piece on the front that covers them up. I'm familiar with that because of the Freddie Mercury figure that I had. And there is no skimping here on some accessories. I mean, there's an extra head. There's extra hands here. And there's this piece here that when I take a closer look at it, we'll see what that is. It fell out of this little spot way up here. And it's got this lasso right here, which is actually kind of cool because it's got a really big loop in it. And the thing is, it's not just like wrapped on that, it was underneath, but it also has another layer holding it in. And that lasso is kind of cool because it's flexible in a way, right? It's not, I mean, it is molded right here and it is molded up here, but it's got some flex to it, which is kind of nice, but it still holds its shape. It comes with a set of hands. It comes with some open-ended hands here, a couple more open-ended hands, look like they could be for like gripping the lasso, for open ending, like if she was maybe doing a somersault or deflecting bullets or something like that. She's got the fist that came on her, and then she's got these like kind of half fist, half grips, which are kind of cool. So the hands could be in a variety of different positions. It does come with this extra head, which is kind of like neat, right? And it's open in the back. And the thing about these figure arts is you can see like the hair is loose here. And so this hair will come off along with this head to replace that face with this one if you wanted to change the face. So I was trying to look at the differences, but I'll just show you what the differences in the two faces are, and just not that much difference in there, except for she's got a little bit more of a cursive look or a frowning type look. This one piece that fell out right away, I wasn't sure what it was, and then as I was looking through the accessories, I thought, well, that's going to be kind of interesting that she's swinging her lasso around while she has a lasso on her side. So this is another step that these guys thought of everything. That comes off, and that piece goes on. the side, and it basically just makes it so you don't have to have that lasso on her hip while she's swinging her lasso around if you're doing like a pose. But you can put that on there if you don't want to pose her with the lasso. Okay, so let's take a closer look at this figure. Now that is the face sculpt. And there you go into the upper body and the look of the upper body. I'm going to do the lower. And the boots. That just looks really incredible, doesn't it? So this is pretty articulable, this figure, right? Like if you can turn the head, I mean the hair doesn't like get in the way that much, right? She can do a 360. It does go up on her shoulder. If she were doing like a head turn, you know, you can stick it back there. It comes off pretty easy in sections. You can get some good head turning, some good head tilt. Look at that. This figure can look, well, she's not going to look up that much because of this hair in the back, but she can look down about that far. And, you know, because the hair like is more free on the back, it does kind of like add to it, right? Like it adds to this ability, but she's got this extra like arm joint, which is really cool. I think that's something that Hasbro's been doing, so she can really get some good arm motions in there, like if she was going to be deflecting bullets or something like that. And she can really get some good extension back if you wanted to do some posing on that. And the cool thing is this figure has definitely like an upper body, right, with some tilt in there, and then she really moves well at the waist, this figure. So it looks really cool, and it really does, you know, because that's a separate piece, it really does show off the movement on that figure. So when you get down to the legs here, you got forward motion, you got some backwards motion, which is really nice, and you got like a nice knee bend right here, and both legs have really good range of motion in the knee. And in the bottom of the boot, you have this nice little toe bend right there in case you wanted to do a little extra setup on that. So there's some really good flexibility in this figure, and let's just set that up. Other ones. So what I'm gonna do here though for scaling size, I'm gonna bring in a Black Series Black Widow figure, and then I'm gonna bring in, say, Iron Man for scale. He would probably be about the size of like, say, Batman or Superman or something like that. So just for scaling, you can see that this is a Hasbro Marvel Legends. This is a Marvel Legends, and you can see that they've been doing the different scaling between the types of figures. And this is the Wonder Woman figure from SH Figuarts. So let me lower that so you can actually see it straight on. So you can see like the scaling on the height looks pretty good on these figures. And to me, it's just amazing when you think about that the box was just so much smaller and still came with a boatload of accessories like an extra face, extra hands, the lasso in the back, and was able to do it in that such a condensed package. I think it's actually really cool. This figure is actually really neat, and what I wanted to show you was like the difference. You saw the face sculpt that I showed you on the Wonder Woman figure, and I think it looks pretty fantastic. Let's show that off again. That does look awesome. So I'm going to show you the difference here. So this is the Marvel Legends Black Widow, and this is the SH Figuarts Black Widow. And you can see, like, I know it's not the exact same figure, but if you look at the face, right, like the face sculpt looks really good on the SH Figuarts. So I was using those to compare because I don't have one of the old Hasbro Wonder Woman figures, but I wanted to kind of show that off. So here's what I'm going to do now. I want to show you how easy it is to sort of change the hands around. So you grab the hand and just grab right here and pull, and it pops off really easy. And you can see that like ball joint right there. And then you just grab the other hand and it just pops on super easy. And then you got the hand, right? And she can now hold on to that lasso. And then I'm gonna show you like how the head comes off, right? So it's kind of interesting that this piece of the hair comes out and she's starting to look a little bald, right? And then you just pull the head from the body like that, and the other hairs fall off, and you can just pop that face off like that. It's almost like the Rebel Trooper from the Hasbro Black Series Rebel Trooper. So I don't know if like this, maybe this is where they got the idea for that. And this is the other head sculpt, which actually looks just as good as the first one. And I do think that looks really, really cool, right? So let's do a combination of hands. Okay, everybody, thanks for tuning in to the SH Figuarts Wonder Woman 1984 review, open box review. I hope you enjoyed it. And if you're thinking about getting this figure, I know it was recently on sale over at Amazon. That's when I picked it up. You could probably expect this figure to show up in some short videos. And thanks for tuning in, everybody. I really appreciate it. Have a great day.